Hello, and welcome to Speak Fluent English, your hub for mastering English and advancing your career. My name is Carol, and I have been teaching English online since 2010, and I am here to help you speak more confidently and more fluently in English. So, if you want to improve your grammar, your pronunciation, your business communication, and your fluency, you're in the right place. So, don't forget to click like and subscribe, and let's get started. In today's video, we are going to be talking about understanding the difference between much and many. Let's look at two examples. We don't have much rice, but we have many sweets. So here is an introduction to quantifiers. Much and many are quantifiers used to describe quantities or the amount of something. They help us talk about how much or how many of something there is. But there's some common confusion. English learners often mix up much and many because they both mean a large amount. So, what is the key difference? Here is the general rule. With much, we use much with uncountable nouns, and with many, we use many with countable nouns. So, what are countable nouns? Countable nouns are things you can count individually. For example, books, people, or apples. And uncountable nouns are things you cannot count individually. For example, water, rice, information. So when to use much? Use much with uncountable nouns. So for example, I don't have much time. There isn't much water in the bottle. She doesn't have much information about the topic. So our three nouns in these three sentences are time, water, and information, and they are uncountable nouns. Here is a little hint. If you can't add an S at the end of the noun, it's likely to be uncountable. So when to use many? So use many with countable nouns. For example, I have many books. There aren't many chairs in the room. How many apples do you need? And here is a little hint. If you can add S at the end of the noun, for example, books, chairs, and apples, it's countable. Okay, let's practice with everyday examples. So choose the right word, much or many. So here you can stop or pause the video and see if you can choose the right word. I don't have much or many homework. There are much or many students in the class. How much, how many sugar do you need? He owns much or many cars. You have a think, and in a moment, I'll tell you the answers, and you can check your answers to see if you were right. Here we have the answers. I don't have much homework because homework is an uncountable noun. There are many students in the class because students, again, students are countable noun. How much sugar do you need? Sugar is an uncountable noun. He owns many cars. And of course, cars are countable nouns. Did you get it right? How do we use much and many in questions and negatives? So in questions, we often use much and many to ask about quantity. So for example, we might ask, how much money do you have? Or we might ask, how many friends do you have? And in negative sentences, they are commonly used with negatives. So we can say, for example, there isn't much coffee left, or she doesn't have many pencils. So once again, I'd like you to practice. Here is our little practice quiz. So fill in the blanks with much or many to test your knowledge. Again, pause or stop the video. Um, Here is the first one. I don't eat much or many fast food. She has much or many ideas for her project. Do you have much or many milk? There aren't much or many chairs in the room. You think of the correct answer, and in the next slide, I'll let you know if you were right or wrong. So here are the answers. I don't eat much fast food. She has many ideas for her project. Do you have much milk? There aren't many chairs in the room. So here is a quick summary of what we've talked about today in this video. So we use much with our uncountable nouns. So for example, not much sugar, how much time. And we use many with our countable nouns. So for example, how many choices, how many days. Before we go, here are some final tips and a quick wrap up. Remember, much with uncountable nouns, many with countable nouns. When in doubt, when you're not sure, ask yourself, can I count this item individually? Don't forget, practice makes perfect. Now you try making sentences with both much and many in different contexts. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more English language tutorials. And if you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends who are also studying English. Don't forget to visit my website below, www.speakfluentenglish.co.uk, where you can book a private English lesson with me online. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.